On the weekend it was Anzac Day, where we reflect on sacrifices made by Australian and New Zealand soldiers during the war. We have a think about what they might have gone through, which is kind of hard to do sometimes, because you look at the video footage and the photos and it just doesn't look real. You're sitting there going, surely not. Because look how vibrant and colourful the world is, and then you see this black and white, sort of blurry, faded photo of three blokes sprinting up a hill in footy shorts, and already you're just thinking, fuck that. And that's just the tip of the iceberg of the horror, what the photos and footage captured. And if you're a sheep station farmer in like mid-north Queensland when the war breaks out, you're actually looking at war like it's a holiday, like a bit of a getaway. That's the only way to do it back then, is go to war. You're sitting there going, well, I've got to kill some cunts, but I might see a sunset over Paris. So they all went on a boat and they went to Egypt, to train, to get their shit together for Gallipoli. And they were pretty pumped, they were pretty psyched at the time. There was like some propaganda pumping them up, the British radio stations. They were like, and the Australians have joined the war, they're big and they're strong and they're burly, they don't give a fuck. They kick different shaped footballs, we shall win with their efforts. And the boys would probably listen to that on the radio going, fuck, look at this, boys, we must be jets. And in Egypt, it was a bit of a training camp. It just seemed like it was like a footy pre-season trip, with like a few sand dune hill runs, as well as some drinking, some fucking hookers. They would have just been thinking, fuck, war's awesome. And a few of them even got sent home for being too rowdy. Imagine that. Private, one more big night, and you're not running into machine gun fire with the rest of these boys. Oh, come on, Sergeant. No, seriously. So after that, they went to Gallipoli, and they didn't really know, what to expect there. And sure enough, they spearheaded the invasion. The British have been waiting for us. Let's get these bastards up the hill first, see what it's like. And off they went. And it was just that horrible sort of that horrible form of war, like where they were just sending wave after wave of men, at the and I never understand that. Just to their death, there's machine guns, and they just whistle blows, wave go. Oh, mate, whistle, man. You'd just be thinking, mate, when we get out the trench, everyone's just going to trip on a bunch of bodies and get shot. And even if we get to the other trench, even if one of us somehow gets to the other trench, what are we going to do? Well, you're fucked. I mean, that's really hard to get fired up for. Fucking British Bulldog with machine gun fire. There's no amount of either Tiger you can listen to on your iPod to get psyched for that. And the generals, they're just sitting in boardrooms in England, and they're looking at maps, planning attacks, going, we shall send them up the Dardanelles. This black spot here should give them cover. So that's a coffee stain. Oh, is it? Well, do it anyway. So off they went, and the poor bastards had their turn jumping the trench and getting shot, and then it's your turn. You get wounded and you're bleeding out in the battlefield, and you're staring around, and you're probably just thinking, where the fuck am I? I want to be on my sheep station. But if there's ghosts of Anzacs, or ghosts in general, I'm sure they would have been watching all the memorial services and dawn services around the world, and they would have been thinking, look at this, boys, all this for us. Coming back to say thanks again. 100 years on. Fuck, we must have been sick cunts.